Oh. I like to do the continue game first, all right? Because the amount of times that I've pressed continue game and we've gone straight into a fucking cutscene, it's ridiculous. And now it loads. This is the remastered version. I am fucking loving this game, by the way. I'm loving this game. 3 cheers for getting paid. I mean, yeah, actually. It is really helping out the old
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
the old bank scenario.
Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
I thought we'd done this.
I had to find a key to get Barry out.
I thought we'd already done all this shit. Oh, fine. Oh, no, we'd already beaten the dude.
Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies.
So that was where the okay, all right, that's fine. That was where the auto save was, which is fine.
Seriously, I don't like it in here.
You don't like it in there? Well, I don't care, you cheeky shit. You know? Oh, Barry. Do you know what? I think Barry's annoying, but Barry as an overall person isn't too bad. Alan, though. Alan's a dickhead. Barry is the in-game Karen. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that completely and utterly. But yeah, Alan Wake is a proper little dickhead. Looks pretty heavy. Yeah, but now I don't know whether I've collected everything or not, because I don't know when the autosave was. But it's okay. So we've got 38 pistol bullets, 32 pump action shotgun bullets, one flare gun. 1 flare gun bullet and 10 flares, and then 1 flashbang. Okay, cool. Well, we'll stick with the revolver for the time being. Barry wants to speak to Alan's manager. Barry is Alan's manager. I definitely needed that.
That's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there.
Can't pick up those.
This is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
This was where I fought the dude, the giant combine harvester thing, which was again quite easy. Do you know what? The bigger the enemies have been, the easier they have been to deal with. You just throw a flashbang and it's like boom, done. Old gods know the truth. Okay, just have a quick look around for the usual thermoses. Man needs his thermoses, all right? Got to get that tea. Got to get that tasty, tasty tea. And of course, if there happens to be a manuscript page, I would like that. Dun, dun, dun. How come Barry not open the gate? I don't understand why they were opening the gates in the first place. Just climb over them. Climbing over the gate seems like a lot more of a logical choice than anything else. But who am I to criticize? All right. Sometimes you got to open a gate. Sometimes you got to open a gate. Oh, hello. Fucking hell. Absolutely shat me up there, Barry, buddy. Absolutely shat me up. It's like, fucking hell, there's a guy behind me. Okay. The levels of, like, the fact that all of these people live on weird canyons, really interesting. Where do you live? Oh, I live on that weird canyon. You know the one that seems to be like everybody lives on a cliff face? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Don't know what it is, but something about the canyon just makes me feel really at home, you know? His bright red coat? Yeah, 100%. To be fair, though, like, if you were being attacked by stuff that was fucking shadow creatures, there is no way, shape, or form I would be wearing, like, luminous shit. Anything that would help reflect the light. I'd be, like, all over that. You know? Oh. Knock, knock. Anybody home? No? Okay.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
coffee. Very important. Glow in the dark gear with glow sticks? Yeah, 100%. The best thing about not being seen. Oh, hello. Gonna make sure that those fireworks aren't connected to anything. Best thing about not being... Oh, the only thing that would be better than not being seen is not being able to be touched. Do you know what I mean? On a bright orange shirt. Failed Amazon purchase. You can see it from orbit. Yeah. Like when I used to do like kids entertainment and stuff like that, they like every single time somebody wore something that was bright, I'm like, oh, don't miss you in a crowd. Every single time. Mainly because it was adults and they got really embarrassed by it.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Okay, so can't Asgard. So what we know,
Get the lights on, huh?
what we know so far is that the two rockers decided to. It was the two rockers that opened the gate to whatever dimension it happens to have been, and then Thomas Zane, the author, opened it even further. The rockers opened it a crack by making moonshine out of cheeky by making moonshine out of
You know, this place looks
lake
kinda
water.
addicted. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, they made moonshine out of the lake water, which opened the doorway to whatever shadow dimension it is. And then when it was open a crack, something managed to sneak out and imprint on Thomas Zane. There's a lot of things here. Hello. Yay, we got a couple now.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Ooh, okay, all right, all right. All right.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
That was the guy that got killed. That was the last guy that got killed. So we're missing one page from this.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Okay.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think writers were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Okay. All right. All right. We've got one more page to do from this thing. There's the fuse box. Cool. Well, we're not going to do that yet. I want to investigate all the other rooms first. Know where we're at, you know? Why can't Barry do it? Because Barry's a chicken shit. You know? Glow sticks. That was violent phasmophobia. I fucking love glow sticks. It was all about them glow sticks. Metal! Why do I feel like the entire house is going to get possessed? We can't go over here. Only the old gods know. Okay. So that all is fine. Fix the fuse. That's Poets of the Fall. That's Poets of the Fall. If you don't know Poets of the Fall are an amazing, amazing fucking band. Absolutely fucking fantastic.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Okay. Quick idiot check. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. What the fuck happened to the fridge? You agree? You like them, Nibirin? I agree. They're just so fucking good.
The record's probably just a little dusty, Al. Give it a little thump. I want to hear the song.
I'm just looking first. Wolves. Fragile. Let's go. It's a nice house. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Wow. Smart.
Al, I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, god damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose.
We drank the moonshine?
I'm gonna get
Really?
the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
How's it going, Taken? How you doing? No worries. Drive by. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you're doing alright. Just miss a Barry. Now drop trow. Okay. We're into mystery territory.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right.
Oh, wait.
Coming.
What?
It was a crazy, drunken dream. And yet, it was more than that. It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. Whatever power had brought me back to this night at the lake was also stopping me from leaving. I had no choice but
Very
to see it
cool.
through, to find out what had happened.
Very cool. I mean, do you know what? For the purposes of this, I can get by the stupidity of being like, hey, there's a whole load of shadow monsters like hunting us and trying to murder us. Let's get off our face drunk. Like, that's real stupid. But for the sake of opening up...
I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night.
Can we take a moment as well? Game hero called Alan. Who'd have thunk? I know, right? Bird leg cabin. Bird leg cabin. Bird leg cabin. You know, like Baba Yaga, who used to wander around in a cabin with bird legs stuck out the bottom of it. No? Baba Yaga, the famous witch who used to eat children. That one, you know. Baba Yaga is a good song. Baba Yaga.
Alice? Alice!
I ran out that way. Cool. So before we go down there, let's just have a quick look around. I don't think there's going to be a manuscript page in here, but I'm one down and I really would like to get it. Do you know what I mean? Is that what 3 words for that location? I don't know, to be quite honest with you. Like, it was the bird leg cabin was the name of the cabin, but I just, this was the one that disappeared that they believe the witch stayed at. Okay, let's go with it. Run with it, you know? Speaking of metal, my assessment's on Monday. Oh, break a metaphorical leg, Kale.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript.
Okay, so this is the tasty, tasty lore. This is where the tasty lore comes in. Go upstairs. So to explain to those people that might not have... Oh, I can't go upstairs. Interesting. For those people that don't know, Alan Wake is a writer, was having writer's block and really struggling to write a new book, and had been for a few years. So decided to go away with his wife, Alice, and was like, hey, let's escape for a while, go to a cabin in the arse end of nowhere, and just get away from everything and take the pressure off. Do you know what I mean? This cabin was not the cabin they were meant to go to, but they were duped into going to it. And yeah, they ended up staying here. They ended up having an argument because while we were here, Alice had already booked for Alan to go and see a psychiatrist who, might we add, was a manipulative occultist, who had tried to get Alan to already manipulate the shadow. Duped, I tell you, exactly, Bellevue. Had been duped into it. So we had an argument. Oh, and she'd also brought a typewriter so that in this escape away from work, we could work. You know, the classic process that happens. And she was like, cool, this is the thing. So we argued with her. We were like, look, we were trying to fucking escape from this shit, and all you're doing is bringing it back up. What is wrong with you? Why would you do this to me? Etc, etc, etc. We stormed off, left the cabin, and went down the side. And during the course of that, a power cut happened, and Alice was grabbed and whisked off the balcony.
I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Interesting. How's it going, Mr. Flotsam? How you doing?
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
What the fuck? So, we saw Alice get whisked through the broken bit of the fence up there into the water. We dived into the water after her, but of course, with it being nighttime and with the water being extremely black, we lost her. We got out onto the land, and the widow was there, who we believe to be Thomas Zane's ex-fiance, or the possessed version of Thomas Zane's ex-fiance, Jagger.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
This game messed with your brain. I've never played it before. It's all very new to me. Now we can go upstairs. Okay.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Worst therapist ever.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Ooh, hello.
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my barber a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
Interesting.
It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Oh, we missed the fucking manuscript page. What a bastard. Very cool, though. Very fucking cool. So we aren't a make-believe. We aren't a make-believe version of Alan Wake. We are literally the Alan Wake that escaped, because through the medium of writing things into reality, we managed to find a way out. Oh, this is amazing. Another author from this cop. This cop, I feel like this cop has been through it all. I feel like the cop is a guy that has dealt with all of this shit before. Like he was probably around when fucking Tom Zane was going through all that shit, and that's the reason why he shoots first and asks questions later. That's the reason why he's just like he knows what the shadow can do. He knows what all of that can do to fuck shit up. So he's like, right, I need to sort this out quick. I need to nip this shit in the bud, because otherwise it'll just get out of control again. And I think that's where we're at with it, you know? That's where we're at. But that was very cool. I really like that. Is that the first experience of a Remedy game? I don't know what a Remedy game is. This is my first experience of Alan Wake. I've never played Alan Wake before. Never played Alan Wake, and I don't think I've played... I know that there's Alan Wake 2. And I believe that Control fits into it somewhere, and I've not played any of them. I've not played any of them. This is my first experience of any of those. If the Remedy games is like the series, then yes. If a Remedy game is like a style of game, then perhaps not. Okay. Let's crack on.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the Dark Presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
The clicker.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got
See you later, Ada.
party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Ooh, cheeky.
Oh, I
All right,
am
buddy.
never drinking again.
I mean, that's not true, is it?
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna...
interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder.
Really? 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 Is he just gonna throw out the name of every fucking author he is aware of?
You're a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute. I know this.
Oh my god!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
I've got your things there.
Oh, man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
So he was just taken by the darkness. I think he's possibly like a relation to either Zane or Barbara Jagger. Or a dickhead. This is the thing though. Like, he was a dickhead when I first saw him, and I was like, you're a fucking dick. Who the fuck who shoots first and asks questions later? But the more I'm finding out, the more he just seems scared. The more he just seems like he's just a terrified individual. Do you know what I mean? Look hungry? Why don't you eat some green eggs and ham? It's true. Wait a minute. So basically what happened there was the officer, the Fed, was like, the only way you're getting out of here is over my dead body, but realized, like, remember reading those words on the manuscript page. Well, I'll take a flare. I'll take another flare. And he was like, oh shit, this stuff that the manuscript is talking about is coming true. Oh shit. Yikes, tell me about it. I could do with a torch. That would be really nice. Thermos. Thermos. Very important. We all need our tea, friends. We all need our tea. I can't remember what any of the buttons are, so this is going to be fun. Holy shit. Well, I hope she fucking believes me now. All this weird ass stuff that's going on. Hey Barry, how you doing? You alright, buddy? You okay? Your bright red jacket. Snug and cozy. Yeah? Come in. Thermoses! Most important. Of all of the things. Of all of the things, the thermos is the most important, right? Hydrate or gyrate. I'm totally stealing that. Missing cat. Have you seen this man? Oh, we think those are the devs, don't we?
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on.
The rescue chopper? Hey, I'm gonna take the shotgun as well, if that's alright with you.
Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one out?
Interesting. Barry's not a focused person. But Barry's a make light of very upsetting circumstances because I don't know how to deal with it kind of person.
Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
But before we do that... Oh, is that how I get over there? Interesting, okay. Before we do all this stuff... Can we just get through here? No.
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the other side of the broken gate.
Well, there's already... I can already see that there is a blurry thing up there. Never a good scenario. Can you just go over, please, Alan? So we've been here before already. Take the batteries. Always. Okay, so there's mines everywhere then as well. Oh my god! Really? There we go. Okay. So I've got the shit torch with me at the moment, which is fine. This does not fill me with confidence. Take it nice and slowly, friends. Because we've already been hit a couple of times. So there does seem to be some... They were like talking about having a neighborhood secret society. So I'm wondering whether the neighborhood actually know about this shit. Or at least have got like legends and rumors around it. And therefore like are more willing to believe. I mean, realistically speaking, the sheriff... I'm pretty sure the sheriff believes Alan Wake. In the light, you can hurt them. I'm pretty sure the sheriff believes Alan for the simple reason that the other guy was drunk and shooting first and asking questions later. If the other guy wasn't such a dickhead, I'm sure she'd be like, okay, be on your side, be on the Fed's side against this. But he was such a massive tool that kind of shot that stuff out. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna jump down. I am. Ha ha ha. Oh, almost got got. Almost got. These ridiculous mines. Oh, okay. Didn't shoot nothing, but fucking crows. Fucking crows! Coming over here, getting all up in my business. Little shits. Gonna get attacked by them again as well, aren't I? Let's just take a moment, shall we? Huh. Huh. Interesting.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That bright ball was the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though.
I like that.
Need to bypass the damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
Take the flares, take the batteries. Can't pick up the revolver ammo because I've already... This is the first... I would like to point out that this is like the first one where it's actually allowed me to take all of the ammunition. Unless you just start naturally with this amount of ammunition, but I don't think you do. It's the first one that has allowed me to literally take a full clip of ammo. You know what I'm like? I'll hide and keep all of the ammo to myself. Okay, so that's where I need to go. But before I get into the chaos of all of that, I want to just check. Make sure there's no...
Hey, wait! The gate! Remember? You have to open it for me!
Yeah, I'm
I
aware.
couldn't leave without the sheriff. She was my ticket to Weaver.
She was, but I just wanted to check for any more doodads, because we haven't actually checked these.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Ooh. How's it going, Darazan? How you doing? Have you awoken Alan yet? No. Alan's still pretty drowsy.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Oh, it's tantalizing. She's very impatient. I can understand why you would be impatient in this scenario. Like, oh, okay, so, yeah.
Ow, damn, that's smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
What you want about your first stops the town hall? Why? You realize the shadows are moving now.
Right there.
Okay, we're good. All right, how's it going, Joey? How you doing? Just letting her, because I'm assuming that she's got infinite ammo, so I was just letting her do most of the hard work there. I'm just like, yep, that's all right. You do the thing. You do your thing, and I will stand here and appreciate, you know? Oh, this fills me with confidence.
Look out!
from? Okay. Letting her do all the hard work. I'm okay with this. She's a strong, independent woman. Thermos. Okay, so there's not wanting me to come over here.
Over here, Wake! The chopper's in the other direction!
Yeah, I'm aware. But at the same time, there are supplies over in this direction. Doing well, hope as well. Yeah, everyone's really good, thank you. Everyone's really good. I've got a mystery package in the... Somebody sent me something in the P.O. box that I don't know where it came from. So, I've opened one from, very kindly, from All-Star Gamer Girl. But I am yet to discover where this new one came from. So... Something over there. Can I not get over there? I can. Ha 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 ha. Aha. Stuff. Oh yes. I would like to take all of the flare gun goodness, please. But I will reopen it.
Yeah, subscribed. Most kind.
Kena, hi.
Shags for 28 months, you cheeky devil. Oh my lordy.
Subscribed.
Oh my lordy.
Most kind.
Naturally, it always repeats. Naturally, it always repeats. Oh. Chags, you beautiful being. I shall now inscribe your name on the mirror vein for 28 months. Good lord. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all those sexy little emotes. But the most important thing, you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Oh God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know, it's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it, you cheeky devil. People, there will be an advertisement in about 2 minutes' time. In about 2 minutes' time. Chags, if you are okay to wait for 2 minutes while the adverts start, and that way that way the non-subscribers are not missing out on any cheeky little gameplay stuff. That would be grand. That would be grand. I'll be with you in 2 minutes as soon as the adverts kick off. All right. Then you get a big sultry view of my delightful face. Okay. The adverts will last for exactly 60 seconds. For those people that are not subscribers, please be aware that it's just you won't be missing anything. All right, you won't be missing anything. Just want to make sure that people get their quality. You know what I mean? Get their quality. Okay. You airy little tarts. Let's go. Hard time today. That's all right. That's okay. It's okay, that's alright. Just gonna head along these ways. What's it asking me to do? Oh, hello.
The air smelled of fish. This was Bright Falls industrial area. There was probably a cannery nearby.
Would you leave her alone, please? Okay. That's all right. How you doing, though, Chags? How you doing, buddy? You all right? So this is whispering at me, which implies that there's usually like a supply crate around here somewhere. Jesus. Okay. We'll just reload up here. Wait for TwitchCon San Diego to happen. I just wish... I'm hoping I'm able to come. I can't guarantee that I am able to, though, unfortunately. Can't guarantee that I am able to. However, for you, Chags... Well, hello there, you cheeky devil. Hello there! Coming over here. Getting all up in my business, hoping that I can go to TwitchCon San Diego. I'm gonna try to come to TwitchCon San Diego, but I cannot guarantee anything. Just because finances and what have you. Money, money, money. It's so funny. In a Chagsland world. Could you imagine Chagsland? Oh, God, I can imagine it right now. The tantalizing nature of it. Good. Get me all hot under the collar, you cheeky devil. You cheeky individual. What do you like, eh? What do you like? But yes, I will come. If I am able to come, then I will come. But we'll see. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Cheeky devil. Oh, wrong one. That one. Grr. Grr. And thank you for giving me a reason to do something different in the adverts while we were waiting. While we were waiting, you know. And let me have a quick look down here for any manuscript parts. Nothing. Cool. We a lot of food at Chagsland. I have no complaints. No complaints at all. I think that would be a grand way to spend a day. Just snaffling, you know? How's it going, Blank? How you doing, you glorious individual? Doing really good, thanks. I'm really glad to hear it. Really, really glad to hear it. I will take more batteries and more flare gun stuff. And more flare gun stuff. And more flare gun ammo. All of the flare gun stuff. They are giving us a lot of ammo here. I am extremely suspicious. Extremely suspicious. To say the least. That was fun. Whatever was happening under it looked like much more fun. Oh, you've actually come this way. All right, okay, let's go. What can I say, Cowboy Finn? The sacrifices we make. What was the advert? What was the advert? I'm always intrigued by what the adverts they show on my channel because I am all too aware that I am not brand safe. Not a brand safe individual. You know? Okay, so I can't get behind there. Oh, I can this way. Sale, 50% off. Ice cream, 1 scoop, $1. 2 scoops, $2. 3 scoops, $2.50. What a bargain. What a bargain, eh, friends? Any thermoses and or manuscript pages? Nope. Okay, cool. Going to Val and calling me cheeky devil. Hello, how's it going, J2? How you doing, you beautiful bean? PlayStation games, something else. I'm playing games at the same time. That's entirely fair. That's all right. I fully understand why people would, you know, while I'm sat here and my asshole's going 5p, 10p, 5p, 10p. That was the exact time that people should be doing it. I was playing, like last night, I decided, I had a choice. I was like, do I play some Red Dead Online, like either some Wild RP or some Sundance RP? Or do I just play something for myself? Hello. Or do I just play something for myself? And I decided to play something for myself. And I played the sultry X-rated game of Max Gentleman. Max Gentleman's Sexy Business. It's like a business tycoon game, but you just flirt with everything and everyone. And the best thing about it is it's super inclusive in regards to sexualities. You can literally have sex with fucking everybody. It's a wooing game where you literally woo everybody. It's super like open to polyamory and stuff. There's just a lot of like inclusivity to it. And the happiest thing about it The thing that makes me the happiest about the entire game as a whole is the fact that it is not only super inclusive, but it also...
explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week, you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
Oh, I remember now. Oh, I'll switch to the heavy duty flashlight. Yes, for sure. What was I saying? Yeah, the thing that I love about it, the most of all of the X-rated games that I have played, because I have played quite a lot of them, is everything is consensual. Everything in the game is consensual. Like, it's just all consensual. It's great. It's fucking wonderful. Let's play some DMCA music. So this is where it all began. Oh, no, nothing. Manuscript page, though. Hello. Three scoops, $2.50 is the same thing as they do in the cinema with medium and large popcorn. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Balance Vaseline advert. Some annoying Nike advert. Ah, boo! It would have been nice if it was my Vaseline advert, right? Making dinner tonight, no, I'll stay alone. That's all right. That's okay, Blank. Thank you very much for swinging by, though. I really appreciate it, buddy. I really appreciate you making the effort, you know? 3 scoops, $2.50. Yeah. So went to the beach yesterday and worshipped the sun and the ocean. Honestly, went to the beach yesterday and worshipped the ice cream van. That's what I would have been doing. How's it going, Dan? It's Danny Chaos. Thank you very much for the shout out for It's Danny Chaos. Are you once again building the shrine dedicated to me? Danny, you know? Joe, let's listen to them because it doesn't... Like, I thought they did them in order, but it doesn't seem to do it in order. So let's just give them this.
Element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building, and then the lights went out.
Oh, someone's stealing our Barry. We did do them in order at one stage, but evidently we're not doing them in order now because it turns out that they don't work in order anyway, so it's kind of superfluous, really. Secret coffee thermos. This is the reason why I investigate everything, friends. This is the reason why I investigate everything, you know? Never would have guessed I liked X-rated games. Well, this was a once upon a time, Chags, before I was, you know, deleted off the entirety of YouTube. Once upon a time, I actually did X-rated game reviews. Like, actual X-rated game reviews, as opposed to being like, it's got tits in it. I really liked it. I touched myself inappropriately to the concept of make-believe tits. I actually, like, did pull it apart properly. Did full, like, analytical, like, review of the game itself, you know? Some of them were awful, some of them were great. It all really depended, you know, depending on what the game was. Most of them were shite because the people that make X-rated games are unsurprisingly, or the vast majority of people that make X-rated games are unsurprisingly not very good at making games in general, and therefore just want to do it for the tits. But occasionally you find an absolute fucking gem. Well, I was waiting for you to use your unlimited ammo, but fine. You do your thing. I'm so good. Just signed all the papers and got the keys. Your first flat. That's congratulations, Danny. That's amazing news. That's absolutely fantastic news. Huzzah to you, you beautiful bean. Huzzah. Indeed. Huzzah. Congratulations. Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
Balin Vane is not a PG stream.
Very true. Thank you very much for letting us know about that, Dabba Dame. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, congratulations. That's fantastic news. Can't believe that my role model Van is so lewd, right? Who'd have thunk it? Me? Lewd? Never. Okay, so I've got all of the batteries. They evidently expect you to use a hell of a lot more. No fucking hell. Yeah, they evidently expect you to use a hell of a lot more ammo in these things than I actually do, you know? Come here, Grand Zanark! What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky devil? All of the cheeky kisses, you cheeky individual, you. Let's have a quick look around all these portaloos. So excited and scared and happy. Are you moving in by yourself, Danny, or are you moving in with other people? Didn't know that. Yeah. Maybe that was the reason why I got deleted off YouTube, because they thought, my God, this person is far too lewd. I mean, that wasn't what I wanted, but that's fine. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Maybe that is the reason. That is always a possibility, you know? Always a possibility. Any thermoses and or manuscript pages. The most important things that I require. Why we didn't just go over the fucking bonnets of those things? No idea. No idea. Is Van lewd or is the general populace prude? Good question. Just reload our little hand cannon there. And wait for the fucking tirade. No tirade. Interesting.
Wait, over here! There's light!
Well, you do that, Sunshine, but I am going to investigate everything else. You're on your own? Have you lived by yourself before, Danny? Because before this house, I had never lived alone. I had never lived alone. There's a thermos. Very important. And yet, like, yeah, it's a weird one when you go from living with people to living alone. But it was really cool. Like, it was nice to have my own space and to make it my own, which was really important to me. Because there's one thing living in somebody else, but you always feel like you're, like, when you can't decorate something to make it look like your own doodad, it feels like you're in somebody else's space, you know? Yeah, in which case, the first thing that's gonna go through your head is it's real fucking quiet. That's also the first thing that's gonna go through your head. It is very quiet. Watch your back. Okay.
It's an ambush.
Of course it is.
Keep them off!
If you could not be near me, that would be great. Right, I'm just gonna use a fucking flare on the big guys because they are far too annoying. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So I think we've got everything. Nope. Okay, so they've got to go back and get the little dudes again. That's fine. That's not a problem. Let's pull out the shotgun for this bit. Pick up the thermos. Okay. Gonna be a huge change, lot to adjust, but I have no doubt you'll be fine. It'll feel really quiet initially. It'll feel really, really quiet initially, especially when you've always lived with other people. But you will get used to it. And once you're used to it, it's kind of grand. Do you know what I mean?
Watch my back, Wade.
I will. It's never quiet in my head.
It's an ambush.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're grand. Right, I know that I've got extra bullets over here somewhere. Yeah, you can go once I've picked up these bullets. Because I am all about making sure I get maximum amounts of ammunition. Do you know what? Like, I've said this before, but I'll say it again for all those new people that are here. Like, I play these games in such, like the old school Fallout games. I never like completed the old school Fallout games, like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Never completed them, but I played them, and it was always like, it was so hard to find bullets that you were literally like, you were running around with like a knife and like 4 bullets. So you would never use bullets. Like, ever. Feel that coffee. And as a result, I'm just so apprehensive about ever using them. Like, I'm just like, when am I going to run out of bullets? And the weird thing is that when I do run out of bullets, I fucking freak out. Absolutely fucking freak out. How's it going, All-Star Gamer Girl? Welcome back. Right, so you're over there, which is fine. But I've only found one thing so far, which is bad. Only found one manuscript page, which is unnerving to me. What did you miss? We got arrested by the horrible Fed. The Fed was like, I found you on conspiracy to murder feds. And then we tried to leave because this sheriff trusts us and was like, I trust you, Wake. Don't let me down. We were like, don't worry, Sheriff. I won't let you down. And then the Fed pulled a gun on us and was like, you'll get out of here over my dead body. Wait a minute, I've read this somewhere, and then pulled out a manuscript page and then got taken over by I believe in a thing called love.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building near the main entrance.
On the other side of the building, near the main entrance. What would be better is if we all went together. All went together, you know? Not splitting up in a post-apocalyptic scenario where there's things trying to hunt us down and we have important stuff to do that we don't want to get setbacks on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.
Okay, so she is actively trying to recapture me. interesting though, because it does put the other thoughts and processes to shit, really. The fact that there is no...
The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Which means that that message will be the last message we get from Barry, because at that point, according to the manuscript page, everything went dark. He had a smash, and then everything went dark. Do you think Alan is a fan of the darkness? I think it is. But I think you're entirely right there.
The keys aren't upstairs, Wake.
I'm just gonna take a quick look.
Freedom. A fusion of vigilance, conscience, and uncompromising clarity of vision. A need so fundamental, it permeates our very being. And yet, a man may be brought to his knees in a single heartbeat. In Night Springs.
Dum dum dum.
Tonight's episode, taken in his prime. For young Manny, the night hasn't been kind. He's a marked man, selected for a lifetime of servitude after answering an ad in the newspaper. But first, a little field surgery is required.
Well, well, look what I found.
Please, no!
Yeah, I think you're just about ready for it.
Best
Oh, Lordy.
This kid. You gotta beat it out of you. What? I don't understand. What did I do? I just wanted to get a job in the service industry.
Wow, you're gonna serve all right.
Oh no!
There
Yeah.
it is. It's coming out now. Right between the self-esteem and the childhood traumas. What are you doing
What?
to me?
It's Spider-Man. There, I've got it. Believe me, kid, this free will thing is more trouble than it's worth.
They beat the free will out of him? Wow. Wow.
What was that? Oh, nothing for you to worry about, Manny. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. We'll tell you all about that. Don't you worry.
Amazing. Amazing.
Vacant worker ant, birthed in fury and violence for the pleasure and convenience of ruthless and malicious men. Stranger things can happen. In Night Springs.
In Night Springs. Free will is a handful of goo. Apparently so. Apparently so. We have learned it here first, friends, that free will is a handful of goo. Wonderful, wonderful goo. Ooh, hello. Right, normally with these things, there's either something protecting it or they're super hidden. The darkness controls the taken. It's true, it does. But I will take all of the ammunition. Let's reload everything while we're here. Okay, cool. This is the reason why we explore. All of the ammunition. Is there no extra manuscript pages I was hoping for? How's it going, Jack Little? How you doing, you glorious bean? Can I get a shout out for Jack Little, please? People go check out Jack Little. Jack Little is a wonderful, wonderful, glorious streamer who plays a lot of space games usually. And Alone in the Office today, fucking revel it while you can. Revel it while you can. A lot of space games, especially Elite Dangerous, and plays them all one-handed. I'm not going to explain any further than that. But you should go check out the really real boy, Jack Little. Go click that jiggle of all button, especially if you like space stuff. Oh, fuck, not you, you twat. Really? Hi. Do a quick reload. I never fucking use these anyway, so that's fine. Don't mind doing the occasional one. Every so often. We'll take the flares. Never really use them because they are the hand cannon. They are the thing that really gets everybody out, you know? Ooh, hello. I'll take the giant fucking torch, by all means. And some flashbangs. They are really kitting us up.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
Sheriff? Sheriff! Sheriff! No, that's Snake, isn't it? Snake? Snake! Snake! I'm alright with the heavy duty one because I got this giant fucking torch here. Okay. No! Fuck nuggets.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
I missed some stuff then.
Barry! Look out! Barry, move! Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay.
The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. There was an entire room back there. God damn it. An entire room. But definitely you can, now that I've passed it, I can guarantee there was definitely a fucking thing in there as well. I can guarantee there was a manuscript page in there. Fuck. Like, zoink, Scoop. Right. That's so annoying. Let's get out of here.
Barry? Barry! Can you hear me? Are you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm cool. Don't worry. I'll find another way out and meet you two out back.
Are you sure?
I'm fine. Besides, there's all sorts of useful stuff in here. I didn't touch that. I wasn't anywhere near that.
It's not recorded when Bright Falls was first formed as the nameless trading post, but it became a town when Bright Falls Mining Company started to operate nearby in 1878. It was then that Hubert Biltmore, a fur trapper, and Amos Gunderson, a pioneer from Tacoma, decided to build a post office, a saloon, and a hotel, all operating from the same building. It was through the efforts of these two men that Bright Falls became the permanent and thriving town that it is today. Aww, bless their cottons. Trust no one in the dark. I don't know. I know. Wandering hands. Currently on vacation. We'll both I know it. Made of tough stuff.
It's rabbit season.
Okay. Shooty shooty pew pew shells. I got a little bit loud, excuse me. Do a couple of reloads. Okay, we're good. We're all right. Shooty shooty pew pew violences. Duck season? It's wabbit season. I'm gonna get that wascally wabbit. Okay, so I see a thermos. And naturally, by that
Take it
sound...
through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Keep the hell down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All this shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
Don't worry, there's a fire engine. How's it going, Leandra? How you doing? True story. Barry is actually Barry from EastEnders. Is that... what? Please tell me that's true. I don't really watch EastEnders, but please tell me that's true. Just for my own sheer hilarity peace of mind. It's definitely absolutely true. No word of lie. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Can't get in anywhere. That means I've missed some tasty lore. Pissed off about that. Pissed off about that.
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing. Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls' abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Can I see another one down the bottom here? No. So she's the one that's been making the supply caches that I have been completely and utterly using. I hope she doesn't mind me using them, because I swear, if I wander around and she's like, you've been using all my supply caches. I made those for me with all the flare guns and stuff. And I'm like, fucking hell, actually, to be fair, I have. You have every right to be angry. You all right there, Sheriff?
I don't see Barry.
Look, Wake. Maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
I'm getting an awful lot of flare gun ammo here. Could do with some more shotgun ammo, to be fair. Is this set in Maine? I think it's just like a make-believe place. What's your favorite Disney movie? I'm not gonna lie to you, All-Star Gaming Girl. I fucking hate Disney. Like, some of the movies are alright, but like as a company, I try and avoid them just because I don't like Disney as a company. And as a result, I don't like to give money to them, because I think they're... That was unusual. Yeah, I don't like to give money to companies that I think are immoral, and I think that Disney is a very immoral company. After having a friend of mine that worked for Disney, and they witnessed somebody get fired for an accident. One of their friends, for the purpose of anonymity, I will give no names, played Tinkerbell at one of the Disney park resorts. And Tinkerbell, during the Christmas celebration, flew from one tower to another tower, like on a zip line. During a parade, there was an issue where the zip line stopped in the middle. So she, dressed as Tinkerbell, flew to the middle and then got stuck in the middle. And stopped, stayed there was there in position for half an hour, pretending to be Tinkerbell. While the technicians tried to work out what was wrong and how they could fix it to help her out, you know? So she was there in the freezing cold for half an hour in a Tinkerbell outfit on a zip line, and then suddenly it slipped and she shot down the end of the like absolutely whipped away down the end of the zip line. And in the process of that, the momentary jerk and the speed of which she flew down the far end, she screamed fuck. She was like fuck, and literally got to the far end, was wrapped in a towel for shock, and then was told that she was fired because she swore in front of children. And it, like, literally nothing. Just, you swore in front of children, you're fired. Despite the fact that, like, no extenuating circumstances, no things, but they're renowned for being ruthless like that. They're absolutely renowned for being super ruthless with... I've got a lantern, so I don't need that. I will... Well, we've got 8 bullets there. 5 for the hunting rifle. Are there any other hunting rifle bullets around these parts? Yeah, we'll explain the main is definitely make believe. Would explain the all the paranormal activity, especially in Derry. Hello. Consensual hugs. Amazing news. All of it. Doing okay. Little tired. Glad you're on vacation. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Disney have some very strict rules for their safety. They also hold a lot of dark secrets in Disney parks. Oh, yeah. Massively so. Massively so. Well,
Barry got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls.
Walt Disney wasn't a very nice person. Walt Disney was not a very nice person. There are no immoral companies, only immoral people. Those policies are made by immoral people. Agreed to a certain degree. But when an entire company structure is built around immorality, I considered the company to be immoral. That's the way I see it, Memnot. Is if a company puts their product before people's safety and security, they are immoral. Is it sculpted by immoral people? Yes. But they have been, like, the immoral people have been allowed to sculpt the company in that fashion, and therefore the company by proxy is immoral. Because you're right, the company is effectively a tool. It's a tool to sell things. If it is a tool used by immoral people, then it's an immoral company. Just like if somebody uses a knife that is a tool to murder somebody, it becomes a murder weapon as opposed to a cutting tool. You know? Even though movies are quite dark. There's some of the old ones can be. Again, the morality of them is a bit questionable, but they're like, oh, it's a fairy tale, so it's fine. They also fucked up all of the fairy tales. Like, all the fairy tales that Disney did, they were like, oh, let's make it really nice and completely impractical. Like, the original fairy tales are horrific. They're really horrific. Walt Disney was okay apart from the racism, sexism, and going on a limb here, homophobia. Yeah. There was, I don't really want to go into it because, I don't really want to go into it because Walt Disney are well known for suing people for slander, even for when there are things that are there. But if you want to know about it, if you want to know about Walt Disney, just search. Do a Google search of Walt Disney. Have a look, you know? It's a bit better now, but then I'm not sure on that either. But I think it's gotten better. I just don't trust big companies. Any company that puts products before safety and security, I just don't trust under any
Barry
circumstance.
got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls General Store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
Oh, good lord. Fucking hell, Barry. Fucking hell, Barry. Why you gotta be like this? Especially German fairy tales. For generations, our parents told us horror stories at bedtime to form our characters. Not necessarily a good thing. Oh, agreed. Not necessarily a good thing. Fear is a terrible sculptor, but at the same time, so is delusion. Thinking that everything, the world is all hunky-dory and fairy tales is ridiculous. And a lot of the old fairy tales were specifically designed to teach kids a specific lesson that people might have found it awkward to talk about. For example, Little Red Riding Hood is all about people having their first period. Okay, I think we're good. But yeah, some of them are pretty fucking horrific.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock.
Oh, fuck.
I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come. Let's take a break. Acids are good for your heart.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I got distracted. I want to go to the Star Wars bit in Disneyland with like Universal Studios. Think like Universal Studio, but I think that's in America. Oh, flashbangs. I forgot about flashbangs. They would have been good. Let's just grab one of them flashbangs. Double check over here to make sure I've not. Yeah, cool. And then we will... Okay, we're good, I think. Sleeping Beauty is about sex in your arranged marriage. Sleeping Beauty is horrific. In the original fairy tale,
Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Sleeping Beauty has 2 kids while she's asleep. She literally has 2 children.
Right there.
Okay. Miss Tights went Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, yes. Oh my god. They're the worst. The absolute worst. The stupid little, like, speedy dudes. Ones that are so fast. Just so unbelievably fast. They whip around and they're like, oh, what? You wanna get in? But no, it's all right. I'm not gonna. I'm actively choosing not to. It's like D&D when they've got legendary saves and they're like, what's that? No, I'm gonna pass. Fuck you. Infuriating. Oh, there is a dude over here though. So let's go have a look at that first. How's it going, Tiny Moonchild? How you doing? Okay, so there's some hunting rifle ammo there. I'm going to leave the hunting rifle ammo for the time being. I'll go pick up the hunting rifle after I've done this section. Have you any of this? Yeah, the original fairy tales are quite bad.
I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Let's take a break.
Let's pull up that. Okay. Right. Oh, fucking hell. This is intense. This is intense. Right. Okay. Let's do that again. How are we going to do this? Alright, we'll just grab all the ammo. We don't need the dudes yet. We'll grab the little piece just so we've got it. Mind is just preoccupied with the song listened to a few hours ago. Can't get it out of my head. I just can't get it out of my head. Boy, you're all my love can't think about. I just can't get you out of my head. Let's switch to the hunting rifle, which gives me 8. Do you know what? No, I'm gonna switch to the shotgun. I'll keep the 8 for the shotgun for the time being. Let's load my little doodad up there, which is great. The first round we go for pistol. Third time's a charm.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this.
Okay. Then we come over here. We grab this lot.
Let's take a break.
Okay, reloaded on this. We go for this. Okay. Are we good? We seem to be good.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
I will do. As soon as I've picked up the hunting rifle, now that that has more bullets. And the batteries to restock. Okay, hey, madam, would you like to pick up this giant thing here as opposed to your poxy little torch? This one here. Look, this. Literally there. No? Okay, fine, fuck you. Okay, third time's the charm. We did it. We're grand. We're all fun and games. I searched all around here, didn't I? I was looking for thermoses. But that's fine. All right. There's a throwback. I heard somebody in somebody on TikTok did like a metal version. They were like, what happens if Genie in a bottle was metal? And I was like, fucking hell, are we talking Gina G? You know, like Gina G, old school Gina G, like, I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Wow. Come.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
We keep the candles lit all night long the night before Deerfest for tradition. I wonder why. I wonder whether Deerfest was actually a way of preempting the darkness.
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
Interesting. Interesting. Oh, of course it was Genie in a Bottle was Christina Aguilera. Which one was Gina G? Gina G did another one-hit wonder. This is something I've never understood, friends. This is something I've never understood. Why do you have... and I've never seen it anywhere other than America. Why do you have your national flag in a place of worship? Ooh, ah, just a little bit. That was genius. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. Never understood that. We're in a place, because America. We're in a place of worship. We're in a place where we should be praising the faith of which we choose to follow. And yet there is a national flag here. Mixing church and state. I think that's exactly what that is. That is, we want you to believe subconsciously or consciously that when you are praying, you are also praying to your nation, not just your deity. Makes sense. Because there are idiots who still believe in the USA was founded on Zaitian values. Oh, God. They didn't separate state and religion. The worst thing is that their constitution, in the American Constitution, it specifically states that you should, that they, like, legally, like, courts should separate out church and state. You see it? Combine identities. Some people, for sure. Oh my God, I've opened up a right can of worms here. Right, Jesus, wow, okay. Brainwash psychotic fashion by and large. I mean, do you know what? I don't think it's by and large by any stretch of the imagination, but I think there is a large, like, a large number. I wouldn't say it's the vast majority. The vast majority of Americans I meet are fucking legendary people, but there are certainly some of them for sure. Catholic churches do no ever have a national flag in the chapel. Catholic churches don't ever have a national flag in the chapel. I've seen it in America. I've just not seen it in the UK ever. Because we are gross. A lot of patriotism in America actually goes against the flag guidelines. Yeah, for sure. Like to make geoguesses and city geoguesses. Oh, I see. That's exact. That of course it is. Of course, Christian values. Yeah. Because America as a nation has a god complex. I mean, there is that. Like the amount of American people that I have met that are surprised when other countries don't idolize America. Like, I've met some Americans and they're like, aren't you so happy to be in America now? And I'm like, why? And like, because it's the greatest country on earth. And I'm like, is it? Since when? Flashbacks people are moaning about Far Cry 5 making their trippy religion Christian. I mean, it makes sense. Some of the churches may have flags, but I cannot speak for them since I have never been in them. Well, I've definitely seen this before. I've definitely like seen churches where there's like American flags in it. You know, as a Christian extremists, patriotism, no same-sex shit and all that crap. Yeah, no, and that's Christian extremists from all countries. That's not just America. I've definitely seen it in Ireland for sure, where there's like a lot of mixing of church and state there as well. Mixing up with the UK. Either we legally haven't separated, but they have yet. Exact opposite, or the other way around. I can't recall. I know that, like in the UK, that I have never. I'm not going to say you will never see. I personally have never seen a UK flag inside a church unless it's like a funeral. Unless it's like a funeral for like somebody who served in the armed forces or something like that. Very loud minority is the kindest civilization. Yeah, I'd say that's a fair call. They are very loud, and people, as a result, people think it's the majority, even though it's definitely not. You know, America's the only country that I know. I can get out. We're great, England. America is the only country that I know that can get out. We're great, England. I mean, how do you mean? In regards to the fact that they did a civil war against being British or one of the British colonies, fair. Not many countries have their infant children pledging allegiance every day either. Yeah, that was always found really weird. I recently saw a religious sermon from some, again, very fundamentalist Christian sects where they were pledging allegiance to uphold the Constitution. It was literally a sermon about pledging allegiance to God and upholding the Constitution. I wonder how many of these people have read the Constitution. Pretty sure in the Constitution it specifically states that that's not okay. We were told at a very young age that, so if you don't hear otherwise, Americans are likely to repeat the USA is the best. Yeah, which is mind-blowing to me. But then I also saw, let me take a moment here, because this I find really interesting. Today, this morning on TikTok, I saw a TikTok of a guy who basically went around his house and explained to people where all of his weapons were. He was like, I've got a knife that I've wedged between the bedboard and the mattress, so if anyone comes in through here, I've hidden a knife here, I've put a knife above the door here, so if I'm running back through, I can grab this knife if there's a burglar. And then there was a woman who had stitched it, and another American woman who had stitched it and was like, I've got all of these knives and a few others that I don't want to talk about just in case, you know, just in case somebody does break in, they know where all my weapons are. I've also got a bat by the front door in case I need to go out and beat on somebody. But the thing that's getting me as an American woman, this is her saying it, she was like, the thing that's getting me as an American woman is the comment section where the rest of the world don't have that and think that's really strange. I do not have knives near my bed. I do not sleep with a fucking baseball bat underneath the bed. Weirdly, I don't live in fear. And it was just that moment of clarity that the land of the free has so much fear, where people literally are terrified of, like, they've got bars on their windows, and it's just like, what? It's how they are basically raised. Love my American friends, and it's definitely not all Americans. Not all, not by any stretch of the imagination. But as per usual, the loudest ones make the stereotypes. Definitely. Most certainly. Which is the reason why some of the stereotypes for the UK are football hooligans, because they're loud. Even though they are very much in the minority. We don't have separation of church and state in the UK. Yeah, you're right, we don't. Well, some places we don't. Some places, should I say. Some people within the government try their very best to make sure there isn't a separation of church and state. And it's certainly very adamant now. It's very much that following the footsteps of America. Anything that America do, people in the UK are like, oh, this is an excuse to bring up human rights and women's rights on their own body and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Tends to spiral out of control is very true. Very, very true. That's the reason why I'm taking a moment for it, so we can get it out of our systems. At the step away, I realized I was starting to talk about stuff I have no real idea about. That's okay. That's all right. Where many in England are shocked that somebody may not like England. What I mean is many in England are shocked that some people may not like England. Why are they shocked? Nobody likes England. Nobody likes the UK. Because we conquered half the fucking globe. There is a constant meme that has been going on for centuries about how the French hate the English. Nobody likes the UK. Not even the people in the UK like the UK. Short story. Because my family history, I have no love for JWs. JWS? JW. Their attitude, religious iconography is pretty spot on. I don't know what. Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay. Took me a minute to take it. I was like, what are you talking about? Children's Story by James Carroll. Asleep with a Burly Man. Oh, my lordy. I'm in America, and I think it's really strange these people are... I think that's really strange. These people are not that common. The problem was I've seen a hell of a lot of them. I've seen a lot of videos where people go around their houses like talking about what knives they've got free, what weapons they've got freely available just in case somebody breaks into their house. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Don't spend my entire existence worrying about who may or may not commit crime against my person. As someone in the US, I don't get it. Yeah? It's actually illegal in the UK, isn't it? To keep a weapon ready for your home intruders? I don't know. I don't think so. You have every right to react in self-defense regardless of the scenario. Football hooligans and terrible tourists, yeah. Most of us in the UK are not that dumb to get ourselves arrested for having weapons in the house. I mean, anything can be a weapon, do you know what I mean? But it's that bizarreness of I do not actively expect somebody to break into my house. But it's really interesting. It's really interesting to see American people within this community turn around and be like, yeah, that's actually really unusual. Because that means that even in parts of America, like, this is an American woman being like, I'm surprised that people outside of the US don't live like this. People inside the US don't live like that. There's a massive disparity there, you know? Most sites like swimming pools. Most of the noise comes from the shallow end. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Excuse me. Third generation American, my grandfather immigrated from Italy. And he said doing the Pledge of Allegiance was the strangest thing he'd ever done, and always encouraged me to respectfully sit out of doing the pledge because no country should enforce allegiance. Yeah, but they actively, in some places in America, not all places, obviously, but in some places in America, sitting out is like actively condemned. You will be segregated for sitting out of not forcing your allegiance, which is, again, very strange. That whole idea of getting kids as well to force allegiance, like what is that? Realize and then getting aroused by Valen's bedroom. I mean, to be fair, Stupedia. Loudest ones always make the stereotypes. You're right entirely, Finn. Definitely some areas here that we having all those weapons are normal, and other areas where it's not normal. Yeah, which is why I find it so fascinating. Why I find it really, really interesting that the American lady was like, I can't believe people outside of America don't feel this way, but it turns out that, like, people within America don't do that, you know? Which really shows the interesting lack of education that some people have about their own country, never mind countries outside of the States, you know? Because we're all very aware that at least in most parts of America, the stereotypes of America is they don't know anything about, like, outside of the thing. Like, there was a thing a little while ago where somebody turned around and was like, why are people so interested in, like, American politics? And then they realized that the rest of the world takes a generalized view of looking into the rest of the world's politics, apart from America. Or apart from some certain parts of America, should I say, where they're like, we only give a shit about America. And it's like, okay, that's cool. You only give a shit about America, but we're all going to watch your American politics because American politics will probably influence other politics, just like world politics generally do, you know? We do get stupidly upset when people are arrested for killing burglars, though, which annoys me. We get stupidly upset when people are arrested for killing burglars. I mean, yeah, like that. You've killed somebody. You've killed somebody. Regardless of whether it's self-defense or not, you've killed somebody. You should be investigated on that. And manslaughter charges, at the very least, should be pressed because you've killed somebody. For whatever reason, you know? Why are they shocked nobody likes England? But a lot of English folk here believe that England is the best country. That's why they conquered all the places. Yeah. Do you know what? I can't even deny that. I would like to deny that autofailure, but I am all too aware that there are people. The reason why shit like Brexit went through, the reason why shit that like Brexit went through was specifically because of people that still think we are a fucking empire. People still think we're a fucking empire, and we're not. By any stretch of imagination. Times have hugely changed, and attitudes towards the UK are not one of reverie, like half of the fucking country seem to expect there would be. Let me whip down. Where the fuck were we? The England hate the French too, despite stealing half of their vocabulary and pronouncing it awkwardly. Yep. That we all, like, there's a still ongoing racist remarks about the French in the UK that, oh, well, you know, they're French. That is like an ongoing, like, gimmick in the UK. And we're like, well, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? Every French person I've met has been an absolute fucking delight. By the UK, more so landscapes than the UK is, yeah. No worries, Kale. You take it easy. His girlfriend's parents had so many locks on their front door. It's mind-blowing to me, you know? You're trained to live in fear here, especially if you live in conservative areas. Not everywhere, though. That's interesting, though. That is really interesting, especially the fact that you've said specifically, like, conservative areas. Because if you are trained to live in fear, when there is nothing to be afraid of, you will find something to be afraid of. That is fascinating psychology. Because if you are always taught that the enemy is out to get you, you will search to find an enemy, regardless of whether it's there or not. And that actually explains a lot of certain areas' opinions about minorities. For sure. That's really intriguing. That's really, really interesting. It's legal to carry weapons for self-defense in the UK, but I don't know how that applies to weapons kept in the home. You are allowed to keep weapons for display purposes. You are not allowed to keep weapons for the purposes of use, unless you have like a license, like reenactment weaponry, for example, usually requires some kind of license or permit. I've got a variety of different swords that I never needed a permit for because they were all display swords. Just sleep with a weapon on my nightstand, but I bet my Hitachi one would be intimidating. Most certainly. It's like threatening. Let's get. Come on, you. It was true for the Walmart, but not all Walmart. Speaking of ignorant limey, huh? What? I remember speaking to another streamer who was like, yeah, you can't just go into a Walmart and buy a gun. That's definitely not true for all Walmarts. Because there's definitely videos of a 16-year-old going around. They literally paid a 16-year-old actor. I can't remember who did it now. It was like a company like BuzzFeed. I don't think it was BuzzFeed, but it might have been. But it was a company like BuzzFeed where they paid a 16-year-old actor to go in and try and buy alcohol, try and buy cigarettes, try and buy pornography, and try and buy a gun. Those were the 4 things they got this 16-year-old actor to buy. There was never... They got ID'd for alcohol immediately. He got ID'd for cigarettes immediately. He got ID'd for pornography immediately. He was able to buy a rifle within 15 minutes. He literally filled out a form, bought a rifle and a case of... and a pack of ammunition, and walked out with a rifle and a pack of ammunition in 15 minutes. It was mind-blowing to me. It was fucking mind. But I can't say that was a Walmart. I'm not going to say that was a Walmart. But wherever it was that he went was fucking... It looked like a superstore of some description. I was like, what the actual fuck? There's a really interesting not like a mini documentary as well, where he went to where some of the American police officers came over to the UK to find out how the UK deal with an assailant with a weapon. And there's like video footage of 6 police officers in the UK, like basically wearing down a man who has a big fucking knife. He's got a machete and they just wear him down, and they just like literally just by standing around him, giving him no exit and just talking to him. And the American police officers were like, yeah, we would have shot him. He'd have been shot by now. He'd have been shot. And it's just like, interesting. My conservative parents talk about getting a gun. Crime in their city is so low. I have no idea why they worry about it. Probably because they might have had the fear. The fear is in them, you know? North America is really big. If it was cut up into the proper nations in proper nation lines, indigenous, we have far more countries than Europe does. That much geographic range will have different behavior. Oh, 100%. And having been around America, I went to Vegas, and I went to Salt Lake City, and I went to New York City. The behavior is massively different. Hugely so. Hugely so. And I just find it really, really interesting that they consider it's always an us or you when speaking to these passionate patriots. I say that with inverted commas, passionate patriots. They're always like, we're America, we're the best, we, you. And then you get the moments where they realize that not all America is like their little bit of America, you know? It may be useful to know that studies show that self-defense guns tend to increase the risk of harm to the owner. Yeah, because the vast majority of people that have self-defense guns don't know how to use it and have it so well locked up that by the time they actually get it, chances are the assailant, the perpetrator, will use it against them. As a kid, I was sent to Brownies Guide schools. The Allegiance Pledge reminds me a lot about the pledges you make to these groups too. I don't remember making a pledge when I was in Scouts. But maybe that's just because of the kind of Scouts that I was part of. They weren't all that good. Studies showing that most guns used in crimes are stolen domestic guns. Yes, for sure. Just for shits and giggles, Google most bizarre law in your country and you'll learn something about your country. Oh, for sure. Some of that, I know that they've got repealed a whole lot. I used to have a book about weird laws. And I wonder if I've still got it. That would be an interesting one to do, like the Victorian advice type thing. Be an interesting one to do. Exactly. The idea was that we should go, oh well, the guy that killed the other guy said the other guy was a burglar, so let's just ignore it. What the fuck? That's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. Many people in the US go through life with a selective blinders when it comes to the rest of the world. Yeah, and apparently the rest of the US as well. They're used to their little bit, and that's okay. You know? Brexit went through because people forgot that we shared land border with the EU. No, Brexit went through because people were absolutely fucking brainwashed. Well and truly. We were, in the loosest possible term of brainwashing, like, the lies were so fucking strong and everywhere that people just bought into it. The vast majority of people, especially during the Brexit thing, got their information through Facebook. Through fucking Facebook. We've seen the other people who don't understand the Republic of Ireland is not part of the United Kingdom, including the names. Oh, yeah. Not by any stretch of imagination. Let's not forget the English hatred of the Germans, too. Do you know what? I don't see that much of the English hatred of the Germans these days.
Little stalker.
There certainly was. How's it going? Thank you very much for the follow, beautiful being. I won't call your name out just in case you're lurking, but you don't see it quite as actively. However, the English are very happy to do like wartime movies and wartime series and wartime anything to do with the wartime. You know what I mean? Ideas would say they can be kind of French, but they can't. I have yet to meet a French person act French in the stereotypical way. Do you know what I mean? I've definitely met Italian people that have stereotypically acted Italian, but I've never met a French person that has done that. Allowing people to have guns just makes no sense whatsoever. When has power not corrupted in the minds of people, self-defense classes will be more helpful to a certain extent, which is interesting because if you look at the vast majority of places that have guns, that allow the public to have guns, I think everywhere apart from America, or nearly everywhere apart from America, where a citizen can legally have a gun, there is national service, where they're literally taken out of school, work for the army for 2 years, and taught how to safely use a gun. We are going to teach you how to safely use a gun, how it works, what's going on, and you don't have to do that in I'm not saying America's the only one. I'm sure there are some countries where it's just as easy, but it's an interesting concept, you know? Sorry, someone who got carjacked during the troubles in Ireland, when he was talking to the police later, he was asked to describe the gun the guy had and realized that he'd never seen a gun. I just assumed there was one. Oh, interesting. What was the gun they had? He was just like, I didn't see a gun. I just assumed that they had one because they'd carjacked me. Interesting. Saw that footage on the 16th birthday. I can't say whether it was or not. I can't confirm that, but yeah, it was interesting. The thing the gun was from a gun show. They made a similar one where a 13-year-old bought a rifle at a gun show without any forms because private sales don't need any. Mind-blowing. Absolutely fucking mind-blowing. The UK isn't even that great for de-escalation compared to some other places. Yeah, exactly. We aren't great at de-escalation, and yet still managed to secure that scenario, you know? Finding someone where you can potentially get hurt is just stupid. I'll choose my life over whatever materialistic things I own. Yeah, for sure. You know? Also the point that the vast majority of people are not willing to hurt people. So martial arts weapons in the hands of people who aren't thoroughly trained to overcome that block will get themselves hurt by someone who is willing to hurt. Yeah, for sure. How's it going, Milky Pork? I will get to your facts momentarily. How's it going, Colt? No, we're just having a momentary reprieve while we have a quite a serious conversation. And we're going to jump back into the game in a second. Anti-German sentiment is still there in the boomer generation because hero dad. Interesting. I've not seen that much of it. I've seen some other racially charged natures of some of the older generation, but I personally have not seen the German stuff. Scout Promise is currently on my honor. I promise to do my best and uphold our Scout values, do my duty to the Queen. I remember you got that with like the Duke of Edinburgh Awards and shit like that. First time you pick up an actual weapon and aim it at somebody, the only thing you can think is, I can kill someone, it makes you freeze. Yeah, for sure. How's it going, John? How you doing? We were having quite a topical conversation about guns at the moment. And more to the point, it stemmed basically from the fact, in fact, you know what, let's jump into the game so we can wrap this up a little bit. It stemmed basically from the fact that Alan Wake has just come into the church. This is the church in Bright Falls or whatever it's fucking called. And I was like, why is it that there are flags, like American flags, in the church? And naturally, the can of worms opened, and we went down all kinds of interesting things. Do you know what I mean? No, that's all right, John. No, that's okay. Right, I'm gonna crack on, people. That was a really interesting conversation. Thank you very much for indulging me on that and not letting it get too far. I really do appreciate it. Really interesting, really interesting, and I appreciate you all very much for keeping it on a tone that we could follow together, because I know how easy it is to get out of hand. So I really appreciate that. Right, let's crack on. Don't worry, Kale, I have checked the time. I know what time we're at. We're all good. But
almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Of course we will.
There's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
I appreciate you for that sentiment alone. Oh, that's good. I did pick up the rifle. I worried for a second there. I worried. Ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between, 135 Blank has redeemed Praise the Mods. Could you do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. I will accept them all. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful mods. Let me throw out some as well. Appreciate you, mods, you beautiful beans. Thanks very much for doing all your thing, and thanks very much for walking with me through that cavalcade of what could have potentially been a shitstorm, but it wasn't. It was all good. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've completely forgot about the safe thing. For sure. Reading minds now, Van? I said nothing. I just appreciate you being there, you know? But yes. And while I'm at it, I'll give you your whimsical fact as well. Oh. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, this is an interesting one. All right, okay, I'm gonna give you this. You redeemed a whimsical fact. Whimsical fact about sex toys. According to bustle.com, did you know that vibrators were not invented to treat hysteria? It is a commonly cited fun fact and the subject of a play and a movie that vibrators were invented for doctors to treat so-called hysteria in women. But Lieberman found that they were actually first used to treat a range of medical problems like diabetes, sciatica, constipation, and back pain in all genders. Let's be a bit more inclusive as opposed to this article. They weren't primarily used on the genitals, though they were sometimes used on perineums, specifically those of people with penises, to increase their sex drive. Well, the more you know. The more you know, friends. So, the first time it was possibly used on a lady, or more specifically somebody with a vulva, may well have been for the treatment of hysteria, but it was originally invented for something before that. Interesting. All right, okay, let's go. Let's do this. That was very interesting. I know. That's why I literally was like, ooh, interesting. Let's go with that.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Jade Dragon, you beautiful bean. Getting distracted all the times here. I'm okay with it. Perfectly all right with this. Jade Dragon, you glorious bean. Thank you very much for coming back for 3 months. I shall now inscribe your name on the mirror of vein. 99. By having your name pull the mirror of Vanity means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil, and of course you get access to all those sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is your rollover every morning. Look in the mirror. Oh God, I look rough. God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? There's a rumor that Cleopatra used a box filled with bees as a vibrator. I have also heard that. I just don't know how much logistically how that would work. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how that could work. Like, you just shake it up, get all the bees rattled, and it starts vibrating around, like going through the crypt, tiptoe through the tulips. Yep, I am not dealing with those fuckers, especially not two of them. Tiptoe through the tulips. Okay, before we go up there, there was a thing back there that looked like it was shiny, so I want to go check it out. Aha! I knew it. Thermos, the most important thing in the entire game. Was a big mirror? It certainly is. Certainly is. Every so often we throw a big mirror into the mix. Okay, so this is where we came from. Okay, we're good. We're alright. There's nothing in there. All right. I'll show you better methods of vibrating than bees. Potentially. Don't know about in...
Did you call 911?
Guess that one saw the light, huh? You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
I love him.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Tell you what, before you all go gallivanting off, allow me to explore a little bit, please. There we go. Yes, friends, please be aware this is your last chance to get your dares in before tomorrow. Tomorrow is the the belated birthday party stream where we will be, well, I will be drinking excessively and doing a lot of dares. If you would like to add some dares to the list, please do so now using your channel points. It's the only way to get them to join us and do all the bits and pieces. But yeah, do the thing. Let your body swing. Missing the little cat. How's it going, lovely Malevica? How you doing? Just blow up the tulips? I mean, I could do. So I've got the everything. Cool. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna make sure I've got everything reloaded before we head up to the helipad, because I feel like this is gonna be one of them things.
Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor.
Of course it is.
Wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I would wear Christmas lights, so would I.
Last one.
Bastard.
Makes complete sense that you would wear fucking Christmas lights. Little fairy lights everywhere. Little fairy lights everywhere.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
I'm on my way. How's it going, Alpaca Lanjuru? How you doing? Barry is best boy. Barry is a pain in the ass, but I cannot deny he is growing on me. He is growing on me. At the beginning, I was like, fucking hell, you're annoying. But as time has gone on, I have certainly warmed to him, shall we say. Your birthday's on the 31st? We have got a movie night on the 31st. On 8 p.m. BST.
Someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license. You're cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense, Sheriff.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to your bits and pieces while I go investigate shit over here. Because, you know, investigating shit over. Well, I'll take the flashbangs, though. Happily take the cheeky flashbangs. Right, before you can go wandering up there. I'm going to go back down here because I missed stuff. Oh, no, that was where I ran. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, Van's birthday, my birthday was on the 15th of July. However, because I was in TwitchCon, I delayed it by a week to do it on the Thursday after, but then I was really fucking ill. Where was your flare gun, Barry? You shit. Gosh darn it. Well, good. Yours was yesterday, lovely Malevica? Yours was yesterday, your birth anniversary. I'm running over here. I need to investigate. You know? But yes, happy birth anniversary for all those wonderful peoples whose birth anniversary it is. In and around this area. Who have we got? We've got Alpaca Lunchu on the 31st. We've got lovely Malevica yesterday. Any more for any more? K2MV, how you doing? A tasteful cabaret number? Ooh, I could do a tasteful cabaret number. Depending on how drunk I am, depends on how good it is. Yeah, please be aware for those people that are adverse to alcohol, I will definitely be drinking tomorrow. So I don't want people to use that as an excuse to break their sobriety, but I want everyone to be aware of it, okay? Also Leo's in here, it seems. Apparently so. I'm a crab. 15th of July is Cancer.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
I'm sure you will, and I'm sure in that while I will be forced to shoot many a thing.
It's a raid. Flee! Flee!
Oh my lordy, ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between.
Flee! Flee!
Delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders. Throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine who do they think they are? How's it going, Joey? How you doing, you glorious bean? Long time no see, man. Long time no see. Joey is a beautiful human being. Absolutely spectacular specimen human being who I haven't seen in ages. There was a point in time when I was a much younger streamer where we would do a hell of a lot of like talk shows and shit together. Just chilling in the strap. That's all right. That's okay. Do your thing. Do your thing. How was Dead by Daylight? Did you murder many a person and or run away screaming? I can see you as the kind of person that runs away out of mild frustration more than anything else. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Here they come again. Goddamn killers. Worse. Do you know what I mean? People, go check out Joey Zeno. Go click that cheeky little follow button for that beautiful bean. People, if you're new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals, faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave because I am a colossal filth wizard and I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. Not that you should be, because you've just been in Joey's stream. Welcome in, Arms Bones. How you doing? You ran and you won. Oh, how exciting. How exciting. Imagine that, running and winning. Have you got to that point where you play the game now and you just kind of like run around the villain because you're like, fuck you, you're not as fast as me, and all that jazz, you know? People, if you don't know me, I'm Valen Vane, vain by name, vain by nature, deep as a puddle in summer, and love myself just a little bit too much. Well, shit. While we're at it, keep that popcorn going. Throw them at these cheeky raiders. Oh, my lordy. We've got Abby Stabby coming in as well. You're close to that level? That doesn't surprise me at all, Joey. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah, do you main Dead by Daylight now? I know there was a point where you did a lot of gambling and stuff, but do you main DBD now? People, go check out the beautiful Abby Stabby art as well. Abby Stabby art is the creator of our...
Ooh, you little stalker.
The creator of our wonderful little troll here. Monty, you little fuck. And also the creator of a whole load of our emotes. Well, all of our emotes and a whole load of our merch. Is just a beautiful human being all round. Well worth checking out. Well worth clicking on that cheeky little follow button. And oh my fucking god. What is this? Monty, look, Monty, go on. I need the curtains. I need to show what your mother's done. All right? Was very well behaved. No wonder he was well behaved. Fucking cake, Mars bar, Coke, and Mentos. What is wrong with you? I'm everywhere and nowhere. Play whatever, whenever I can. I don't blame you all. We're currently playing Alan Wake on Wednesdays, which I'm thoroughly enjoying because you know how I am for tasty lore. But before we go back into the horror of Alan Wake, allow me to torment all of your dreams. Allow me to terrorize your existences with this monstrosity that Abby Stabby drew during their stream. Oh, wrong one. This one. Is that me? Yes. That is me as Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime. Or Mr. Vane. He looks miffed in his own existence, and to be honest with you, I don't blame him. Pretty accurate. That is actively terrifying. Actively terrifying, Abby Stabby. Wow. Is it possible for you to send me that picture? Just the picture of the Valen, or is it already integrated? If it's already integrated, that's fine, don't worry about it, but is it better or worse than Jigglypuff Valen? Oh, it's so much worse. Jigglypuff Valen looks perturbed, but this is terrifying. Like, I will possibly Like, there is a chance that I will dream of this, and I don't know what the contents of that dream are. Do you know what I mean? Pretty accurate, Joey. Oh, yeah. It is so underrated. This game is so underrated. I'm fucking loving it. I've never played it before. I've never played Alan Wake before, but this shit, like, I'm massively loving it. I love the tasty, tasty lore, for sure. All right? Just need to tweak it in a bit. Oh, no. Do your thing. Do your thing, Abby Stabby. By the way, Joey, Abby, if you need to disappear off, grab some food, grab some kind of beverage, do your thing. Thanks so much for bringing your people over. Obviously, if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. Same goes for all those people that came over with the things. And again, can we get another shout out for Joey Zeno and for Abby Stabby Art, please, for these beautiful beans, for bringing all their beautiful people over here. God damn it, you little shit. Friends, I am playing Alan Wake for the first time ever. I've never played Alan Wake before, so please could you do me a massive favor and not do any backseat gaming, no spoilers, no hints, no tips, no nothing. All right, music cease. No spoilers, no hints, no tips, no, obviously no backseat gaming, but also I just like to bumblefuck my way through. Do you know what I mean? I am a bumblefuck of an individual. I like to bumblefuck my way through. And yeah, we're currently towards, I would say either towards the middle or the end, well, probably towards the middle of chapter 5 of 6. So we're quite way through the game. If you need to bounce out because of spoilers, I fully get that as well. Gonna go since the game isn't for me, but I hope you have fun. No worries, Yuki. You take it easy. Thanks very much for stopping by. Thanks very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. But yeah, and remember tomorrow, friends, tomorrow is my belated birthanniversary party. If you would like to add dares to the collection of stuff that we're doing, you can use your channel points to do so. You beautiful beans. And again, once again, for all the people in my stream, go check out the beautiful Joey Zeno and the beautiful Abby Stabby, both glorious human beings who are well worth checking out. Well worth checking out and clicking that cheeky little follow button. Last email has gone. Huzzah! Huzzah! Okay, so we found the helicopter. Zoe Zeno is your sister. Zoe Zeno, I love it. Or Zoe Gino. Hey, how's it going? I'm Zoe Gino. I'm 10 out of 10 A grade. I'm a 10, but I am... I don't know. I hate that trend. You're a 10, but you're... Oh, she's a 10, but she's this. He's a 10, but he's that. I really want to do one where I'm like, he's a 10, but he's not your 10. He's somebody else's 10. The fact that I'm picking up so much shotgun ammo is unnerving to me. So there's going to be a last stand given how much we have, how much ammo we're picking up here. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Lithium batteries. He's a 10, but he plays League of Legends. Not inaccurate. Oh, hello. I mean, you say that now. Hello. Okay. What am I looking for? Okay. Okay. Right. Moida. Okay. Okay, they are getting delightfully angry. Not a problem though, we're okay. Oh, cheeky. Okay, I just picked up the shotgun because there's more bullets in that. Let's go.
Wait, you better put an end to this.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
So am I. Jesus.
I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Ah, yes, the crows.
Hold on! Ow!
Son of a bitch!
Why have I... Where's my big fucking... Oh, this is the worst. Oh, what? Where's all of my guns? Why am I such a shit human being that I drop everything all of the time? All of the time. I had literally full ammo on absolutely everything. Oh, don't worry. We're getting into the chopper, and we're going to an even more dangerous place. So I'll tell you what I'll do, is I'll just put it all down. Put it all down in the chopper. Who needs that shit? Who needs it, really? I don't. Do you need it? Because I fucking don't. Why would I need that, right? You know what I will do, though, is I will go and grab more ammo, as, you know, I can pick up a few more. He's a 10, but he plays League of Legends. Get to the chopper. Yeah, 100%. I'm a 10. That is
I
it.
had to do something about the chain for the door to open.
Yeah, probably, you know, shoot it or something. But until that time, we're just going to investigate a little bit. He's a 12, but he doesn't use base 10. I'm a number. Depending on what that number is. Depends on how much fun you're going to have. The darkness wears her face. Well, would you look at that? Hello! Okay. 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 We've got fuck all batteries because, you know, all of our pockets are now empty. Heaven forfend. Ice Cold Can of Cocoa, you're top for 2 minutes. Oh, you are the rotten individuals, the Bolottia. Right, so I was following Discord. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, there was things that could explode. I could have exploded things. Oh, boo. Never mind. It's fine. Didn't need enjoyment anyway. When the Dark Nader decides to yeet entire steel beams, I think it's angry. Something about it that gives me the indication that it might be quite pissed. Might be less than happy, should we say. Let's go with less than happy. Okay, so it's giving me a whole load of stuff, which is probably more terrifying, if I'm honest with you. Okay, so we've got that. We've still got no hand cannons, aka the flare gun. But we have got a pump action shotgun now, which apparently yeeted its way through this metal roof. It's definitely the shotgun I was holding before, so nothing over there, is there? That's the pistol ammo. No little doodads, no. Okay, cool. He's a klutz. Definitely is. So the problem with his computers might be that we're all a 10, but we count in binary. This is a question, you know? This is a thing, Sir Onlin. We've got to, these are things that we need to appreciate. People be aware in about 5 minutes time there will be a... about 5 minutes time there will be an advertisement. It'll only last for a single minute. Regardless of how many adverts you actually get, it still only lasts for a minute. So, okay. I pause the game so that none of you... In fact, you know what? In about 5 minutes, I'll go for a quick urination station break. And that way, you're definitely not going to miss anything, all right?
And here's a new song from a band that... They always remind me of our local rock legends, the Old Gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, yeah, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War.
Fucking love this song. But I can't listen to it because it will get me DMCA'd. Jesus! Could you not? Fucking hell, that was outrageous. It's gonna be a real hard one to do that. So I've got 3 flares. 3 flares, a shotgun, and a little pistol.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of legends. Couldn't tell you why.
Why can I not? Oh my god, this is preposterous. More death. This is good though, because this is probably the first time in the game that I have felt genuinely challenged by some of the thingies. Like before, they gave me like flashbangs and shit. What the fuck? I was literally just like, hey, just drop a flare. Drop a flare like right now. But apparently not. Apparently the flare is not what the just realized the advert's playing. Just realized that the advert's playing. Got so caught up in it all. Just realized that the advert's playing. I'll be back in like 2 minutes and then we're going to go straight into it, all right? I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
In a world of tight-headed suits, I'm gonna keep it loose. It's a hard thing to understand. I'm not making any mystery plans, 'cause I'm wild, a wild child.
You know what, friends? His fucking music is amazing. I'm trialing out Pretzel Rocks. It took a minute because I needed to smash some crisps in my face. And naturally I got some caught in my fucking teeth. But this music, like I was trying out Pretzel Rocks. I met them at TwitchCon and they were like, check it out. It's all royalty-free music, but it's like actual royalty-free music that you can trust and rely on. That has like good varieties of genres of songs. And I was like, okay, I'll give them a go. Got a free month for it for turning up at TwitchCon and what have you. And actually, I'm genuinely fucking surprised at like how much I'm enjoying this music, you know? You're a 0 times A? Oh my lordy. Whackja, don't bring in fucking algebra into this, all right? Didn't remember Pose of the Fall being in this game. I think I discovered them a few years later. I definitely discovered them a few years later because I didn't fucking play the game. Do you know what I mean? A friend, my ex about fucking hell, Jesus Christ, about 15 years ago now, introduced me to them. Fun and Games, Carnival of Rust, an amazing song. Right, we're gonna go jump straight back into the fucking chaos. I'm gonna keep this music going for atmosphere. Let's go. What the fuck did you? I could do with some fucking... Oh my god, that was fucking preposterous. Right. So, when I go down here, there's going to be a guy there. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is so hard. It's gone from like generally quite mild to really fucking hard really quickly. And I'm loving it. So I've got 3. Let me just see if I can get any more flares, because the flares are genuinely fucking useful. Okay, nothing around there. Nothing in there. And we've got full ammo with those. Okay, cool. If I put the volume, you check out Sentenced as well from Finland, but unfortunately they split up. The song No One There, along with music video Life Rent Free in My Head. Would you do me a favor and link me to that? Either tag it, like put it into the Discord in the music section and just tag me on it. Because yeah, I'd happily. Right, okay. Oh my god, I was so close. I was so close to the end. God damn it. God damn it. Camera angles, please. Okay. Ow. Whoa. Fuck me, my asshole. Right.
And here's a new
Time check,
song
thank you
from
very
the band
much.
that- They always remind me of our local rock legends, the old gods.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. The I can feel that in my shoulders. I can feel it in my shoulders. That's how fucking tense that shit was. God damn it. That was good. I liked that. I liked that a lot. There was a lot of moments where I genuinely didn't think that was gonna fucking happen. Kaboom! Exactly. Calandra, you cheeky devil. Come here, you. What do y'all like claiming cheeky kisses, you beautiful bean? That was yesterday you claimed that, and I'd saved it for you. I saved it for you. All right. Have we got everything? I think we have. Do a quick reload of everything. Da-da-da-da-da. Love it. Love it. Okay. All good. All good. All good. Checkpoint reached, friends. And that is where I'm going to have to leave it. That's where I'm going to